For the longest time now, Mitsubishi has been known for having a strong SUV pedigree. They started with the legendary Shogun Off-Roader in 1982. However, it's decided to join the crossover party with the all-new ASX model, and even though it's a little late for this, there are high expectations for it to make it. It has been designed to topple the class leaders, breaking new ground for the company, and its strong suit is the diesel engine that powers it. However, it has to do better than the rugged 4x4 look if it is to beat the main competitors in this field, which are the Skoda Yeti and the Nissan Qashqai. But is the 2023 Mitsubishi ASX better than its competitors? Let's find out. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to find out whether the 2023 Mitsubishi ASX is better than its competitors. But before we continue, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. And with that, let's find out how the 2023 Mitsubishi ASX holds up. Mitsubishi has a long way to go to reach the top of the crossover sector. However, Mitsubishi has tried to make it as good as it could be with a few tweaks here and there. The introduction of the ASX to the crossover party has disrupted it, but to get to the top there are a few cars that it will have to pass first, and the main competitors here are the Nissan Qashqai and the Skoda Yeti. The Skoda Yeti has been at the top of this category for years, blending impressive quality with a great driving experience, flexible interior, and distinctive styling. And when you look at the powertrains, there's quite a range. However, this entire category began with the Nissan Qashqai in 2006 with the facelift and the perky diesel engine. It is still at the top of the game, but which of these three cars will come out on top? It's quite easy to see why the Skoda Yeti is considered one of the best in the crossover class. It delivers distinctive rugged looks and a versatile high-quality interior. Not only that, but it also presents excellent value for money. However, if you ask buyers why they like the Skoda Yeti, they'll tell you that it's because of the styling. A large wraparound screen and tapered glazing on the front doors give the Yeti a dynamic appearance that is less conventional than its rivals. The Yeti comes with chunky bumper sill plates and a raised ride height that give the car the impression that it's very capable over any terrain. The only downside to this is that even though it looks and feels like a four-wheel drive car, it only comes in two-wheel drive. The body has a lot of neat detailing, such as the bold grille, extra driving lights, black door pillars, and flared wheel arches. When you open the door, you'll fall in love with the sheer quality that is on offer. The most striking feature here is the switch gear, which has been borrowed from Skoda's Executive Superb. The cabin has been made as flexible as ever, with individual rear seats that slide back or forth to boost passenger legroom and increase luggage capacity. Skoda added something a little extra now. You can remove the rear chairs, completely turning the car into a makeshift van with 1,700 liters of space. And when the seats are in place, the passengers at the back will have no issue with headroom. On the road, the Skoda drives more like a hatchback than a top-heavy off-roader. The suspension feels very firm over uneven roads, but the upshot is very little body roll and a huge grip in bends. As much as the Yeti costs slightly less than the Mitsubishi and the Nissan, its power is lowered by 30 bhp, standing at 110 bhp. However, if you want more power, you can go for the TDI Yetis, which comes with 138 bhp and 168 bhp. The power pushes it from 0 to 60 in about 12.2 seconds, which is a bit slow. There's also a 2.0-liter unit that is still flexible and quite refined, even though its 5-speed transmission has one less ratio compared to its rivals. In 2006, the Nissan Qashqai marked the beginning of the crossover sector, bringing about a blend of a car-like driving experience, chunky SUV-inspired looks, and perky engines. This has attracted a lot of buyers, taking them away from the traditional family hatchbacks. This car has now been given a midlife refresh in an attempt to win back most of the fans, and with this facelift, the Qashqai is now looking better than ever. It now has a new grille, redesigned headlamps, a new bonnet, and new wings. The result of all these changes is a less clumsy face than before. There's now a combination of shallow windows, muscular detailing, and chunky cladding, all giving it a purposeful appearance. Inside, the Nissan has the most comfortable driving position, sitting low and relaxed, but still having a commanding view of the road. The cabin has also been revised with revamped instruments and a new trip computer display. The only place that Nissan has let loose is with the quality of the material used inside, because they have used plastic. The switchgear is also a bit lacking. Generally, the interior isn't as appealing as expected after seeing the exterior. The Qashqai has a low roofline, which will make the rear passengers feel as though they are restricted in space. Not only that, but the boot space is also a bit too small, carrying only about 410 liters. It has a soft suspension that absorbs All the bumps, however, it's not as firm as the other two, giving you a slight lean around the corners. The most impressive feature of the Qashqai is the engine. It has an engine that takes it from 0 to 60 in only 9.8 seconds. Not only that, but it's also pretty fast in gear. Even with it though, there's a little noise under acceleration, but it's not intrusive. The new Nissan Qashqai is pretty powerful and better than its predecessor, but is it good enough to beat the Mitsubishi ASX? The Mitsubishi ASX has remained one of the top-selling small SUVs for a long time despite being around for over a decade. Given that it is 12 years old, it should be in the third generation by now. However, over the years it has had 4 facelifts, some of which were big and others very minor. There's not much to the 2023 Mitsubishi ASX, but it still has the potential to rise to the top. The body of the ASX looks a bit dull next to its competitors, but has earned points. When it comes to design, it is neatly designed and well proportioned with a raised right height and black cladding on the bumpers, giving it a rugged, off-roader appearance. The same low-key approach has spread to the interior. The quality of the interior has improved with the new ASX, with soft touch materials added to the upper part of the dashboard and the doors. There's a lot of standard equipment that is plentiful for the ASX. Some fine touches include cruise control and climate control, which give you a comfortable ride. The seats are also comfortable with some dark material that is a nice touch. Passengers at the back have a lot of room, and the high-set front seats give way to a lot of leg room. Even when the rear seat is up, you are assured of 442 liters of luggage capacity, which is more than the Yeti and the Qashqai have to offer. And even though the back seat cannot be removed entirely, the ASX comes with split-fold rear seats and a useful ski hatch. The ASX is powered by a 1.8-liter diesel engine that is started with the starter button next to the steering wheel. When it is idling, you can hardly tell that it is on, given how quiet it is. When it's at a standstill, the idle speed drops to about 600 RPM, which helps boost the fuel economy. The Mitsubishi ASX is one of the best Mitsubishis you will find today. It has earned most of its points with its impressive diesel engine, roomy cabin, long list of features, and low running costs. And even though the crossover sector is very competitive, we can say that even though it's not at the top, it has a lot of potential to get there. Do you think that the 2023 Mitsubishi ASX is better than its competitors? Feel free to share your thoughts in a comment section below. Also, before you go, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.